A lot of minimalists say you shouldn't buy in bulk, and that is definitely a rule I don't agree with. There's nothing more minimal than saving money, and when you buy in bulk, you usually can do that. The way that my grocery store, the one that I choose to, it's also my financial institution, strangely enough. I guess I shouldn't be part of a system that's it's like the number one in Canada, like, the top 1%, whatever they call that. Shows you how much I know about finances. I do know about saving money, super thrifty guy. I know the value of something that kind of puts me in the hole a lot. Sometimes I feel I have to buy things that are a good deal. So that's something that I struggle with. I'm definitely getting better at that, especially now that I am trying to get rid of everything I own. But you need to eat it every day. I think I'm going to show you in this video everything that I eat. In fact, every single thing. Except I'm going to tell you right now before I forget. I'll probably forget the stevia I get. Stevia, green leaf stevia powder. I talk about it all the time. I get that at a health food store. I don't buy anything else at the health food store because it's all very expensive. But right now, that's the only place I can get this leaf powder stevia. It's great. It's wonderful. It's a herb. It makes everything sweet, but it's not sugar. It's a herb that tastes like sugar. Very strange thing, but it's getting me through and making these sugar cravings that I seem to not be able to get over. I crave carbohydrates, which we'll talk about today. Let's get through vinegar. This isn't food. I don't eat this. We are going to revisit that later in this video. White vinegar, it's refined. I use this for cleaning. I put it in my laundry. I use it for everything, and it was on sale. Plus, I had a coupon. Oh yeah, I spent $100. This is how the system works. I spent $125. Sometimes they have spend $100 and get $10 back or something. This time it was spend $125 and get $12.50 back. They give you points, but the points are that division of tens. So yeah, I did make $12.50, plus on top of that I made all of these other little increments. I'm not going to show you my receipts, trust me. $2 here for buying this, so much in bulk of this. The system really works well for me because I buy and eat the same thing over and over again. What doesn't work for me, which is that it helps if you buy it all in one big shopping. They used to make it so that you had to buy the groceries all in one purchase, and that didn't work for me on my bicycle. And getting there's so much. I had to make 2 trips, in fact, I can't carry all of that, and I even walked. Let's get into, anyway, I made $25. I spent $125 and I got $25 back. In fact, I just got my report and it said that I made, what did it say? I made $100 in points in the last 45 days, actually, is what it said. So it works for me. The only thing that's not here that is new is beans. And I haven't been buying, I bought them last week. Because I've started eating rice. So I do have to pick up some beans, and they're on sale this week. And I'm looking at the ingredients on the beans. There's EDTA, disodium, I think EDTA, which is really, really bad. I only 100% whole foods. I do look on the cans, and I make sure that there's no additives or preservatives or extra sugar or extra anything. Whole foods. As I stated in my spice video not too long ago, buy organic if you can. If you have the means, always buy organic. This is your body you're talking about. This is the number one important thing. This is the thing that this, you're in the center of your universe. This is what it affects everything. It affects how you perceive everything. It affects your mood. Don't buy food that has chemicals and pesticides and all of these things that we know are bad for us, despite what other people tell you. It really bothers me when people say that organics is a scam. Of course, it's not a scam. There's measured elements towards staying away from harmful things. Like there's rules and laws that have to go into something for it to be certified organic. It's better for you, despite if humans are capable of measuring it or not. If the taste is not any better or whatever people say, it's better. There's less chances of horrendous things. That being said, very few of the things that I bought today are organic because I'm living in my means. Brown rice. I started eating rice. I am loving rice. I bought a cheap rice cooker last week, and it's not, it doesn't work very well. No wonder it was $15. It was from the grocery store. It was made by the grocery store, or they put it in a box. It's distributed by my grocery store. Loblaws. I'm not afraid to admit it. That's PC Financial is my banking institution. Loblaws, No Frills, Real Canadian Superstore, and then they have this generic brand. So this generic brand would be equivalent to your Walmart's Great Value. Is that what they call it? So yeah, the generic brand of that is mostly what we're going to see today. It's called No Name, so you're not paying for the packaging. Usually this stuff is the same things. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. They have this little sign on some things that means it has very few ingredients. This is just brown rice. I love brown rice. Something that I noticed while I boiled this up. Why did I do this? Why did I get the rice? I bought the rice cooker because I wanted to boil water I had this kettle, and when I was pouring, and it kept getting residue, and I couldn't clean out the kettle. So I wanted to get something that I could boil water in that I could clean. Like I couldn't clean all the. I actually have it in here. We'll go in here later. Yeah, and it was a plastic kettle. I don't want to boil stuff in plastic. I was gonna buy a glass one and find one, but I couldn't find one that was under like $30 or under $50, to tell you the truth. It was, yeah. So then I saw this rice cooker, and then I bought rice to try in the rice cooker, and then I realized how inexpensive rice is and how brown rice tasted so good by itself. So I've been buying bulk rice. This was one of the deals too. Like I just bought 2 giant bags of these, but now I have 2 more giant. Well, the first one is almost gone, but I guess I'll be eating rice all summer long. And then I spent a little bit more. Those were under $7, $6 to $7, 6 something each. And then this was $10. It was $9.50 actually. I do remember this, because I actually bought one before I knew I had a rice coupon, and then I returned it, and then I went and bought it again, so that if I spent $10 or more and I spent $20, I would get points. So I think I just got $2, but anyway, I made $2 by buying $20 worth of rice. And this is black glutinous rice. Anyway, it says black rice is the most nutritious rice you can get. I want to taste it. What I do with this, because my rice cooker doesn't work very well, I just make pudding with it anyway. I think that's what the Europeans did when rice was first introduced to them. So yeah, and I don't know. I'm a gruel. I love porridge. I guess that's kind of what I ate when I grew up. Maybe that's why I like it. It's more about the carbohydrates. Again, back to the sugar. I crave carbohydrates, and I guess I'm active. I don't know. It's always been I I can't kick the sugar craving. The thing that I can do though is if I avoid any processed sugar, the craving does go away. But as soon as I like have any cookie or I'm my brain shuts off and I can't stop, and I have to buy it more and more. But I can walk by a donut counter without salivating at the point I am right now because I have been avoiding it for a couple weeks. And I guess I'd rather go rice. And I think about things like, I guess we'll go my pineapple. So pineapple, this is the most out of canned fruit. I mean, check your ingredients, but canned pineapple, I talk about this all the time too, only has pineapple juice and pineapple. I think sometimes, probably in the States, they add sugar to it. It's very uncommon here anyway to get sugar added to your pineapple because it's already so sweet that it's unnecessary. I just put this with oatmeal, cinnamon, and ginger and stuff like that, and make pineapple upside down cake. I don't have a refrigerator. How's that for minimalism? You don't think I'm a minimalist? All of this stuff also is taken into account that I don't refrigerate stuff. So pineapple, cinnamon. I had a canned fruit coupon, so I had to buy $25 worth of pineapple, so that's what I did, and I'm going to avoid eating that. So I kind of did the math, and I kind of thought about it, and I realized that apples were actually cheaper, even when they were $8 bags. There is a no-name brand bag of apples that is, what is it? Is it 15 pounds? It can't be 15 pounds. I don't remember what the poundage is on it. I could look on a bag. Anyway, I think it's not quite twice the size of this, but it's a lot of apples, and it costs $8 normally. Maybe it costs $9 sometimes. Maybe it's been on sale. Anyway, these ones usually cost $6-7. That's how much apples. Not organic, unfortunately. You can get organic ones for the same price, but there's less apples in them. A bag of apples. They're cheaper. These ones are on sale for $3. I bought 3 bags of these. Bought 3 bags of potatoes, which were on sale for $2 something. Usually they are about $6 when they're not on sale. Summer's coming though, and I know that I can't buy in bulk. Like I said, I bought 3 bags of these. They'll be okay because it's cooler inside. I would keep them in a refrigerator if I had a refrigerator. In the perfect scenario, one day I will have a deep freeze full of organic berries. Those would be the fruit that I know has the most benefit, and that's what I would want to eat. But I think that the apples also, this is what I was starting to say, even when this bag is $6, or the other bag, which is bigger, which is $7, I think it's cheaper than buying the canned fruit. The thing is, I just keep eating the apples, and I'll eat the whole bag in one day, but I thought I would, but that's not true, especially when I was eating the rice. Like, I would always grab an apple and eat it. I mean, and that's what you would want your kids to do. That's what you would want you to do. If you're, like, hungry and you walk by a bowl of apples, ideally, I'm trying to save money here, and I'm trying to, also not be so wasteful. I do, in my other hauls, I do talk about being wasteful with food, and we're all very wasteful. We don't need to eat as much food as we do. We don't need to have as much protein as we do. Anyway, apples, delicious. Bananas used to be my favorite fruit. I find also apples more economical. I do love bananas. They probably are my favorite fruit. It's sad I don't eat them, but I don't waste anything. The only thing that I take off of this is the stem, and I eat the core and everything, like an elephant does. I don't eat the stem, obviously. The stem is still attached. So there's no waste here. Like the skin, everything devoured by me. With a banana, you have that peel that you have to get rid of. So, like the poundage that you're paying for, you're eating every bit. Did you know you could eat banana peels? Should be something that I can fry it up and make it taste like bacon, apparently. With spices. Segue. So you might have seen the last food video I did just 2 videos ago. I was going through my, I filled up my spices. So now I don't have any back stock because I really filled them up. So I had a spice coupon, which I included the cinnamon in. I didn't buy any ginger. I don't go for very much ginger. Ginger's really spicy. So I buy powdered ginger like this. And I just use a tiny little bit, and because that's all you need. So I didn't buy any back of ginger because I do have a lot of ginger, but I bought rosemary. I will put that in hummus that I eat with potato wedges, and I'll show you the hummus later. And I bought chili powder. I only bought 1 bag of chili powder. Chili powder I do put in the hummus. I sprinkle it on popcorn. I stopped putting, popcorn. I didn't buy any popcorn this time, but again, the popcorn comes in a similar bag. It looks just like this. I have it already. There was no coupon for it. I didn't need to buy it in bulk for more. I wait until maybe there is a sale for popcorn. If I really want something late at night, and I do have popcorn. Now, I do think about putting oil on it, and I bought, sometimes I feel like I shouldn't put oil on it. I'm really against vegetable oils. Coconut oil is different, though, like olive oil, in the way that they just squeeze it out of it. All other vegetable oils, they have to process it really. You have to process it a lot. You don't need anything processed. So this is like taking the coconut and squeezing it until oil comes out. I don't know if I agree with that either. I don't think we should separate the things. God put all that stuff together on purpose. I use the term God loosely. That stuff all works together. So, yeah, but I don't know. I saw a video once a long time ago, decades ago, about a girl who'd sprayed water on her popcorn to make the salt and the seasoning stick to it. I thought about doing vinegar. I bought a spray bottle to do it. I don't feel sanitary about the water going through the spray bottle. First of all, you can buy a food grade spray bottle, but I don't know. And then and the fact that I don't eat any oil too, like in nothing, makes me think that I would. But the reason I bought this is because I slather this all over myself. This is my SPF. Coconut oil has a natural SPF. I use it for moisturizing. I use it for oil pulling, which I have not been doing for months. That's good for your teeth. You put a teaspoon of oil in your mouth, and you swish it around for 20 minutes or something. Maybe you're only supposed to do it 10 minutes. I do it longer, spit it out, so as to get rid of the toxins, clean your teeth. I've noticed that it does work. I've noticed like tartar falling off, chipping and falling off my teeth after I had done it. So I know that it works. It's supposed to make your teeth brighter. And I need to whiten my teeth. I keep talking about it. I bought chemical strips, which is not like me. I kind of wanted to test that and see if it worked. I'm on YouTube. I should have white teeth. Coconut oil, yeah, that's something that sometimes I'll have the popcorn plain. I tried just scooping out the salt from the bottom of the bowl of the popcorn the other day. That worked fine. But sometimes I like the seasoning. So, I needed that for my skin to keep myself moisturized. What else do I use it for? I guess that's it. But I do use it all. I do use it all the time. I need to moisturize. Shower way too much. I'm a clean guy. But it makes the onion powder, which the only reason. So I guess I had planned to put. The only reason I buy onion powder is to put it on popcorn. I don't like to waste the onion powder. I buy onion flakes to put in hummus or any other thing that I put it in the rice and beans. I do have to buy some beans. Beans are new to me. There's a brand. We won't segue to that yet, but I didn't want to forget to tell you about the beans and the popcorn and the stevia, because those are 3 things that I'm not showing you today. Garlic powder, stocked up on that. great for rice, great to put in the hummus, great to put in, I don't know. And again, if I had a refrigerator, and I mean, I do have a refrigerator. It doesn't work very well. It's dirty. It's somebody else's. It's not in my room. Rose, I forgot what we were talking before that. Oh yeah, I would buy fresh garlic. I would buy fresh onions, and I would use all that. Also, where would I get the time? I make one meal a day. I guess that makes me intermittent fasting. It takes me so long just to make my simple meal of like baking some potatoes and boiling some oatmeal. I can't do them at the same time either, which is good for my mindful thinking. Because the fuse switches over, like the circuit board blows up if and then I have to go to the basement and reset everything if I use two high-powered things at the same time. I don't know how high-powered my rice cooker is, but I think so. Usually my kettle would trip it if I was baking potatoes in my halogen cooker. So yeah, one meal a day, and it takes me. I have to cut up the potatoes. I have to wash the potatoes, cut them up, and then I don't know why it takes me so long. The rest is pineapple. We talked about the pineapple. That was yeah, that's it. So I buy onion flakes too. Comes in a separate bag. That I put in with the rice, and I put in the hummus. The powder I do save directly for. Oh, I totally planned this out because I knew it would say. So the other thing that I eat is oatmeal, which is a new thing too. This grain thing, like never grain. And maybe in the ideal world where I didn't have to eat grains, it's like this. I never ate any carbs for so long. You know what? I think my muscles might have been bigger. I mean, I'm looking pretty good in this light and in this angle today, bigger than I think I actually am. But there was a time where I was keto and I was basically only eating meat. I don't eat any meat now at all, and I only eat carbohydrates. Like, we're talking rice and oatmeal now. Like, these are things that I totally avoided. I'm not any fatter. I notice that if I break my rules or I'm out too often, and for me, out too often is like riding around on my bicycle, looking at toy stores, and then buying baked goods because from the discount baked good shelf. And then it's a vicious cycle, but I am biking around everywhere, so it never gets to... Anyway, then I do notice that I might be getting a little heavier. It might be all mindset. I might be delusional. This is something that... Oh, tea. Tea is something that I'll buy, like, some random tea. Spearmint and peppermint, I think, is probably the best one. Sometimes I buy, like, a cleanse tea if I'm not feeling well. In the way, I guess I can say that my testicles were hurting, so I think I think it might have been the kettle, this kettle, because I can't clean in here, and there'd be always this sand residue because the calcium and stuff would build up, and I would wash it out. All I had to do is put vinegar in it, and it would clean out the bottom of it very, very well. I mean, that's kind of a stain thing, but I did clean it out before I put it in storage. I'm only keeping this in case the rice cooker stops working. The rice cooker, I didn't want to talk about. I mean, I did want to talk. The rice cooker has a Teflon finish. At least I think it's a no-stick finish. I'm pretty sure. So I don't like. I wanted to get a stainless steel one. The stainless steel one was $50. This one was $15. I think Teflon is only bad if you chip it and you actually ingest it. I'm being very careful. I'm not going to use any metal utensil on it. I made sure that I have lots of wooden spoons that I will only use with that, and I won't be scraping at it. I am being very careful not to scrape it, and it's a temporary solution. This was a temporary solution too, because I couldn't find a glass kettle on sale. But then I thought, wait, what if I had a pot and that would do more things? I could even boil potatoes. I wanted to, instead of baking them and doing something. It's not a very big thing. The thing keeps boiling over. But like I said, I just watch it, and I didn't even know. I bought it to make water, to boil water, because that's something else that I've been thinking about. Maybe I don't need water. To make hot chocolate. Now I might not have to do this anymore. So that's what I've been drinking. I'm having very strange. It might be because of the time of year, but I've been having a hard time drinking water, and I think maybe it's not necessary. But that is why I've been buying tea to make it a more enjoyable experience. I don't know if we're supposed to drink water. Like, how does prehistoric man drink water? Like, have you ever tried? If you measure the amount of water, I've talked about this before, that you can scoop up with your hands and drink. Like, I think we're supposed to be getting water from our fruits and our vegetables, and this is the thing. So this is kind of like stop the craving, stop me from eating. So I would just make hot chocolate. So this is just cocoa powder, and I would put some stevia in it and a little bit of sea salt normally. And it would be like a chocolate treat. Like, and every time that I wanted to eat something, I could just have a chocolate treat and drink my water at the same time. So it was like a win-win situation, like delicious chocolatey. But this hasn't been happening that much because the apples are like the little. I need some kind of some happy, sweet pick-me-up throughout the day. Usually not. Yeah, like I said, I don't usually eat. I haven't eaten anything or drank anything yet today, and that's starting to get pretty late. There's so many things that I want to do. I do not have enough time in the day to do everything. Is it because I make too long videos? These videos are necessary for my survival. I don't mean monetarily, obviously. I need to talk to someone. We'll talk about that, the shelves. Not today, but I'll just tell you right now. The shelves are looking pretty good. I organized the stuff on it, but I haven't really visited them after that day yet. They're blaring at me because I haven't put the curtains down. Apple cider vinegar. Can we finish this? I don't eat this vinegar, and apple cider vinegar is benefit. I actually put this on my face at night, and any area where I have some kind of problem on my skin or something, I'll rub this on. It's good for sunburns too, but it's medicinal for when you're eating. I used to drink this with water instead. Like, this used to be my treat. Maybe it will be in the summertime where I want something more cool and refreshing, where I just want to drink a cooler water than drinking hotter water. I like the way that tastes. I like to put it in my hummus. I haven't been eating it as much recently, but I do buy the organic, and it has to be raw. And just like the stevia, it's one of the health foods that you can't reproduce. So yeah, I don't want a generic apple cider vinegar that's been boiled. It doesn't have any medicinal effects. Oatmeal, like I said, I don't have to cook it or anything. I can now in the rice cooker, and I have experimented a little bit with that. But no, this stuff is for an emergency. So you know what I've been doing? I've been eating rice pudding. So I've been boiling the rice. That's been, instead of having the pineapple and this, I've been eating apples I thought I was going to put the apples in the oatmeal and boil them, and that was going to be my new thing. But no, what I do for the dessert, I guess, is after every meal, I do wait some time in between the time that I have the potatoes. Then I'll just, clean up a little bit. Then I have been making rice pudding, and that is just boiling rice, boiling the hell out of some rice until it's all mushy and it's a porridge, and then I put stevia in it to sweeten it, and cinnamon and ginger and some sea salt, and then I eat some apples separately because I love these like basic plain things. And yeah, it seems like the oatmeal and the pineapples in case of an emergency. So this is so much faster. It takes like 40 minutes to boil, probably to cook the potatoes, probably to boil rice. This is instant. So oatmeal, pineapple. So it's a great emergency to have. It used to be a staple. I used to have it every day. I'm liking having the apples. I think they're actually cheaper. I didn't eat the whole bag when I bought it. The giant bag lasted me like 4 days probably, which if it cost $7, that was cheaper. The can of pineapple price has gone up, and these are $2 a can, so that's $2 a meal. Oh, and then there's this stuff, which I've mentioned a million times. The baba ganoush and the hummus, and the ingredients are really minimal in here. Again, they make some beans, for some reason, they have to add extra preservatives to. So today when I go to the store, I'm going to double check and look on the label and not buy the stuff with the EDTA. I think calcium chloride is something that is safer to eat than... there's no calcium chloride in here. Or they have citric acid, which is vitamin C, which is fine. Ideally, you wouldn't even have that. It's just chickpeas, sesame paste. Okay, so that is the reason why this is so convenient. First of all, no refrigeration. I don't have to boil the eggplants and make them. This is totally, and the tahini, the little bit of tahini to make this into hummus is better. Now, on the cans, they say that you should add oils and other things to it to make it taste better. I don't add oil. Again, there's no oil in my diet, so it's probably good that I occasionally make popcorn and put oil on it, because I don't ever eat oil that's not naturally occurring in beans and stuff. But this, I stopped liking this because I was eating it plain without with the potatoes, and it was just kind of too thick and too hearty. But when I add the apple cider vinegar and the onions and the rosemary, and what else do I put in it, and the garlic, and I pour in quite a substantial amount of apple cider vinegar in it, and I make it kind of wetter, and it tastes so good now. I'm back to loving it. And the baba ganoush, I don't have to add anything to it. It tastes so good, and it's just eggplant and tahini and sea salt. I think grilled eggplants, sesame paste, salt, citric acid. So great ingredients on these two things. Again, not organic. I wish they were. It's probably I even bought the dented can, which I would never do, but they have plastic lining in these cans too. Anyway, check your labels. Don't buy the things with the chemicals in them if you possibly can. So I'm not buying the red kidney beans because apparently they do, but then the black-eyed peas don't have the disodium EDTA in it. So I'm carefully going to buy. I'm going to test some beans, and I'm going to make rice and beans. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to boil the rice, and then I'm going to rinse the can of beans out, pour out the water, and pour the can of beans into the rice. You don't even have to cook that. The rice will heat up the beans. And rice and beans, I tried it. I bought 2 test cans the other day. And rice and beans is going to be a new favorite meal that will replace this. And probably on a day that on a day that I have rice and beans, I probably won't have rice pudding. Because that would be a lot of rice, even though I could see myself carbo loading, because that's what I do all the time. Just crave the carbohydrates. I have to look into the calories and that too. I do know. I don't count calories really, but I do want to be mindful of that, because again, over consuming, they say a man only needs 2,000, because I want to be as emaciated as possible also at the same time. I try to stay below that, and I never counted calories before, but I am paying attention. So I do want to look into, I do know that there's 300 in a cup of that, and there's 300 in this. So that's really cool that everything's 300. You know what? I never really looked at the amount of calories that are in these. So I do want to look into that. I'll check out the beans, and I'll see what's in a cup of rice. A cup of rice is what I've been doing. It's plenty. It makes my rice cooker boil over every single time. But again, I don't care if the rice is all flaky like most people want. I like it as porridge mush. It tastes delicious. I love the taste of brown rice. I do not like the taste of white rice. The best part about me, the thing that I am so grateful with, I don't know what to attribute it to, but I love whole. It might be just because I eat them and whole. Oh, I say that, but I like anything sugar, and it doesn't matter. But I love the taste of whole natural foods over their counterpart. And if I do think about it, yes, when I eat those, occasionally buy blueberries when they're on sale, frozen blueberries. Oh yeah, probably in the summertime I might do that. It's so much easier to do that when I'm biking around. Go to the freezer section, have a blueberry popsicle treat by just buying frozen blueberries and eating them. That is easier to do in the summertime and not buy the baked goods. I love the taste of natural foods. When I'm eating blueberries, it's like better than the blueberry pie. And when I have my pineapple and oatmeal, it's better than having a pineapple upside down cake that has sugar and everything in it. So it does taste better. In the moment when I'm addicted to sugar and I'm doing something bad and eating something, it doesn't. But no, it feels bad, and it's not just mental. It doesn't taste as good when I'm eating it, and it definitely doesn't feel as good afterwards. You feel bad, you feel guilty, and plus you also don't feel as good. When I eat pineapple and oatmeal, when I eat an apple, I actually feel good. It tastes delicious when I'm eating it, and I also feel good afterwards. Like, it's so weird. I do understand. And I have to eat until I am completely full. I am a glutton, and I am a binger. And I can't stop eating until I'm totally stuffed. And I mean, that does sound very caveman. So, and it's working to some extent. I want it to work better than it does. And next month is April, and I wanted to be in the best shape of my life. So I don't think I'm going to be in the best shape of my life, but I'm going to be I wanted to be like huge and handsome and young looking. Look at my hair. My hair is dark in that light. Did I show you everything? I think I showed you everything, and I told you all the things. I'm going to go buy beans today. I'm actually, because my points added up, I've got $95 on my account right now because of the free groceries. So I am going to buy the beans. I'm going to try all the different beans that don't have the chemicals in them, and I'm going to, I'm going to get them all for free. Well, I might have to pay $1 or $2 because you can only pay in installments of $10, then you have to pay the balance. But I'll just put that on my credit card again, and that makes more points. When I use my credit card, I get more points. So it's the only way I pay, because the more I use my credit card. Now, does the balance outweigh the amount that I have to pay in interest fees because I'm not paying my credit card back? Because instead of making this video, I really should be selling toys. I did sell some very expensive toys, though. The other day, I have to take those to the post office today. That's something that I have to do. I remember I was telling you something. It was after I was telling you about the food. I do have some appliances in here. All of the stuff is disposable. That's an interesting mindset about my minimalism journey, and we will talk about that in another time. But I'll just mention it briefly here. Most of my stuff is disposable because it is discountable, and I did buy it as a temporary solution. However, even when I buy temporary solutions, it's very important to me the color of something and the design of it, because I do want my surroundings to be inspiring and beautiful. So I do balance out a lot of things about. There's a lot of factors when I buy something, so I never buy anything blindly. That is also a very minimalism thing that I do, despite all of the things that I have. All right, that's it. That's everything I eat. I'm sure I forgot something. Oh, no, it's not. I brought this bin in here for a reason. I think I brought it in to show you the onion flakes, to remind that those, because I didn't buy anything, and then different teas that I experiment with. So mint tea every day. Oh, but I heard that spearmint was really good, and there's a peppermint spearmint blend that I have been buying in round two. Oh, I might have showed you that in the last empties video. And then the popcorn is here too. So I did bring all of the things that. Oh, and there's one other thing, which I did. This is a perfect way to end this video, because I did talk about the white vinegar, and it's refined, and I don't eat refined salt, and I don't think we should eat refined vinegar, but I don't think it's that bad. Sometimes I put this on the potatoes instead of having hummus or baba ganoush with my potato wedges. Sometimes I'll just raw dog it with mustard, so it's like having fries with mustard. And I do like the Dijon style. This, you can get this, and it's probably exactly the same one. Actually, no, it's not, because it looks different. Anyway, it comes in a similar bottle. The ingredients here are okay. I mean, it has white vinegar in it. I don't think consuming white vinegar is that bad. Vinegar, water, mustard seed, salt, and turmeric. So you can't get much natural. This is from the Dollar Tree. So it's $1.50 Canada is the Dollar Tree price. It does say to keep refrigerated, which I don't. Which also the Dollar Tree has a yellow mustard, also with great ingredients. But it's a bigger size, but I don't like it as much as this deli-style old-fashioned mustards. Those are the ones with the grains and the seeds in them. Actually, my grocery store does have a mustard that I do miss. I think it's like an old-fashioned prepared mustard. And the vinegar is the main ingredient, so I don't think you have to keep this refrigerated, even though it says to. But because it's from the Dollar Tree, I never remembered to talk about this, and I haven't been doing it recently either. Oh well, I did it most recently, because I just opened this up for, I think I just wanted to have it on potatoes. So that's what I did. I'll do it again. It's good. It's like having fries and mustard. I love you. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Eat healthy, be healthy, stay healthy. Love you.